My number one objective is America. We care about Venezuela. We want it to do well moving forward, but our number one objective here is America.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the United States wants to see a democratic transition in Venezuela. And that's after U.S. forces captured Nicolas Maduro and his wife, who are now in custody in New York. Good evening, I'm Rob King. While Maduro was seen by many as an authoritarian leader who violated human rights, the action to capture him and his wife has raised serious concerns about the U.S. violating international law. Hundreds gathered in Spain today in opposition to the U.S. military takeover in Venezuela and in Mexico. Protesters waved Venezuelan flags in front of the U.S. embassy. And here in the inland Northwest, some local leaders are questioning the administration's next steps. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell expressing that President Trump's actions with Venezuela raise more questions than answers. Is America going to be involved in running and stabilizing Venezuela? Eastern Washington Representative Michael Bumgarner spoke with the media this afternoon, voicing his support for the president's actions. He hopes this week the administration will give a clearer view as to what's next.
The U.S. military and carried out over the weekend with Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro was a great step towards making all of America safer, and particularly all of the Western Hemisphere, and certainly the people of Venezuela deserve much better than dictator Maduro.
Representative Bumgarner told us he expects to hear from the president's administration more on Tuesday as they meet with House Republicans. Maduro and his wife will appear in federal court on Monday. That's according to a Justice Department official. The two face several drugs and weapons charges. President Trump and his team claim it was a legal law enforcement operation, but the military mission had no congressional approval. Here's ABC's Matt Rivers with the latest.
This weekend's U.S. military operation that captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro now leaves many unanswered questions over the future of the country.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
The president, surrounded by his national security team Saturday, providing little explanation about what that will mean. Secretary of State Marco Rubio striking a slightly different tone, saying today the U.S. is running the direction of the country.
First of all, what's going to happen here is that we have a quarantine on their oil. That means their economy will not be able to move forward until the conditions that are in the national interest of the United States and the interest of the Venezuelan people are met, and that's what we intend to do.
President Trump, who campaigned on keeping America out of foreign conflict, did not rule out sending in U.S. troops.
We're not afraid of it. We don't mind saying it, but we're going to make sure that that country is run properly. We're not doing this in vain.
Congressional reaction to the military operation has been largely split among party lines, with some Republicans supporting the capture of Maduro, who now faces federal charges in the U.S., but top Democrats sounding the alarm.
We have learned through the years when America tries to do regime change and nation building in this way, the American people pay the price in both blood and in dollars.
Meanwhile, in a phone interview with The Atlantic, President Trump issuing a threat to Venezuela's interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, who was Maduro's vice president. Trump saying, quote, if she doesn't do what's right, she is going to pay a very big price, probably bigger than Maduro. And the president also indicated to The Atlantic that Venezuela may not be the only place to be met with U.S. intervention, adding, quote, we do need Greenland, absolutely, saying it's surrounded by Russian and Chinese ships. Matt Rivers, ABC News, Bogota, Colombia.